Shalom, Makim, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakatash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. It was in the gospel, brother, looking at the standard of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just a quick lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will to be edifying, entitled that your affliction or your hell is specifically tailor-made for your life. Each brother in his faith have a trial or have a walk that they must undergo in order to receive their prize. Okay, no brother's walk in this truth is of the same or identical, though we all suffer in common afflictions such as being shipwrecked, getting sick. Each and every last one of our hells is tailor-made specifically for your spirit so that you can grow. Okay, so oftentimes you come in this truth, there's a lot of comparison, okay? And that's a big no-no as far as comparison. You're comparing your hell to another brother's hell. You see what I'm saying? Like one brother may be going through something that's highly depression versus you may be going through some things, but then, you see that brother taking his hell like a champ. And then you start to kind of envy, like, man, bro, like, why can I never catch a break? I'm always under some type of hell, but not knowing that this brother is catching just as much hell as you, but it's just a different type of hell. Okay, like example, certain brothers may have financial woes more than other brothers because of certain situations they've been set up in. Okay, like certain brothers, they may have went to college, they may have had a family that was in business, own business. They probably grew up with both parents. They probably had parents that instilled particular values in them. Okay, they probably never suffered or had drug problems in the world, alcohol problems, versus another brother that may have suffered being in a broken home, not having a father, not having any type of guidance, not having parents that really took interest in what you wanted to do. Sometimes being strung out on drugs or having particular bad habits that has hindered you and put you in a binding, so to speak. So when you come into this truth, you have more financial woes than another brother because of certain decisions you've made. Okay, not to take away from the hell that anybody else or that you're catching, but everybody's hell is custom made to them. You see what I'm saying? Prime example, certain brothers deal with illnesses. You see what I'm saying? And certain brothers may not deal with illnesses because, they probably took care of their bodies better. They probably was active in the gym, whatever it may be. Versus a brother that don't really have a background in being physical, or active brother. He may suffer from, obesity or high blood pressure, something like that. But that's tailor-made to his situation. Okay, and it's the same thing with Job. In the book of Job, Job called hell, okay, because for the simple fact the Lord was making a point to Satan, like, look, no matter how much you afflict him, don't kill him, and I guarantee you he's gonna come back into me, and he's not gonna give up his faith in me, because the scriptures say, though he slay me, I remain faithful. Roughly paraphrase, said, though he slay me, but Job understood the duality and the complex nature of our power. He understood that, and he told his wife, she said, look, curse the Most High and die. He said, you sound like a foolish bitch. He said, don't you think we see good at the hands of the Most High? Don't you think we're going to receive evil too? So shit ain't always hunky-dory when it comes to being in the truth. In fact, you're going to have more down and out moments than you have up moments, because this is a test. Okay? I was looking at this mean here, 25 Bible verses about affliction. But this is the one that stood out, which is Colossians 1:24. Now they say Christ, but we know the name of Yahweh Shai says, who now rejoice in my sufferings for you and fill up that which is behind the afflictions of Hamashiach, man. Okay, because Yahweh Shai, he suffered. He lived a life of grief, depression, okay, humbleness, and ultimately taking his judgment on the cross, man, for the nation of Israel and for his past ordeals that he's done in his past life. He took all that into himself, which is the ultimate form of suffering, man. Being crucified and being beaten, whipped by the Romans. Okay, being spat at, having your own people to betray you just because you were teaching that you were the son of the Most High. That's hell, man. Okay. So let's go from here to the book of Job 2. And I'm gonna start at verses let's go at verses 4. It says, and Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath, he would give for his life. But put forth thy hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he would curse thee to thy face, man. Okay? Because being sick, that shit ain't fun. That's painful, that's scary, that's discouraging. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was never a type of brother that really got sick like that. I never had any ailments in the body. You know, but as you get older, you know, you got to do the tune-up package. It's like a vehicle, man. You got to tune her up. Shit, I was suffering from basically, it was like gastritis, like an inflammation in the stomach, which I'm good now. Outside. But I didn't know what the fuck it was. I'm thinking just like chronic constipation, but I'm like, and then all of a sudden, man, them cramps felt like heart attacks. And then, you know, I started having pains in the abdomen, then heartburn and all this crazy shit. Then my gallbladder was being overactive because what happened was that my gut microbiome got out of balance. Okay, just basically digestive issues and shit. Things were being backed up and not flowing properly. So my body was getting inflamed. So it was setting off crazy immune responses. So I had to do what I had to do to balance my gut back out so things can flow naturally. Now I feel 100 times better. But that's just an example. I thought I was a goner back in February. I mean, I couldn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, I was trying to drive to camp, and literally, I thought I was going to have a heart attack on the road because that's how big my heart rate got up. I mean, that's how high my heart rate got up upon moving, but it was because my body was having like a flight or response mode, flight or fight mode. It was fighting something off, man. Scary shit, you know, but hey, you know, just enduring through that. And brothers go through that all the time, man, you know. And that's not the only thing, you know, I've had possessive losses. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Family, all types of shit. We go through all types of shit, and this is not about me, you know. But I'm just using just those examples as an example or experience to brothers that may be going through certain things. Your hell is tailor-made for you, man, and the Lord knows it. It's either gonna make you or break you. Okay, but your faith, which through these situations, your faith increase, then you go through it, man, and you endure it, and then you come out on the other side a better person. Now you learn what not to do and how not to behave and do this and this and that. Because oftentimes if you're learning a lesson from the Lord, and oftentimes you get through that lesson and you still are making the same mistakes, same choices, you're going to oftentimes repeat that same cycle of affliction until you learn a lesson, man. You know, same thing, some brothers struggle with dealing with women. Well, I mean, you got to come to realization that what women is, their nature, and basically you can't put your strength into them for real. Because if you're putting all your strength into women, then you're going to constantly have a problem with it because you're going to want to dictate everything that goes on in their life. And being in a kingdom like this, that's nearly impossible. I mean, yeah, you put your foot down and say, look, these are my boundaries. If you can't abide by this, then we're not dealing. You know what I'm saying? She got a problem, fuck the bitch. Just that simple. You know what I'm saying? You would make life a lot easier for yourself. But it says, put forth now thy hand and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And Yahweh said to Satan, behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord to smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. So he had sores from his head to his feet. Okay, so just imagine trying to get a good night's sleep with that. You can't sleep when you have boils all over your fucking body, man. Like it was a disease as a child they call measles. Now, I've never had that, the measles, but guys that had it, I knew a homeboy of mine that stayed 2 doors down. He suffered from that, and they said it was very painful, man. Okay, which measles and boils are pretty much two different things, but it's still a form of an inflammation. It's still a form of inflammation in the body. It's painful, man. All right, measles symptoms. See what it says. Pain areas in the muscles, fever, malaise, fatigue, a loss of appetite, skin rash, dry cough, pink eye. And they give this shit to us through them, you know what, man. You know, let's look up boils. Oof. It says boils start off as red, tender lumps. These fill with pus, grow, then rupture and drain. It says a A carbuncle was a cluster of boils, pimples or redness, abscess, confining pockets of pus that collects in tissues, organs, and spaces inside the body. Infections, basically. And this is what Job suffered from. Just imagine him being, when I see this in Job's situation, I imagine him being bigger. Okay? Very painful. It's basically like gosh. So just imagine being afflicted with this from head to body. It's not a joke, man. Any average man be like, fuck this shit. I ain't dealing with it. Like, I ain't done nothing to piss you off, Lord. Why am I getting jacked up? But Job said it, man. It says, and he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Then his wife said unto him, dost thou still retain thy integrity? Curse Yahweh and die. Because, see, the first thing when you catch in hell, the first thing people think, because we Hebrew Israelites, they think we're in a cult. They think we're in something demonic. They say it's because you in that cult, that God you serving, man. Well, Job, his wife said the same thing, you know. And you can say that, but it's not demonic, though. You know what I'm saying? People look at us like, how can you be a man of God and you suffering? Did you not know that Yahweh Shai was very sickly, okay, due to the mental grief he had, the agonizing grief he had to deal with mentally for dealing with Jake? Solomon, the prophets, were sickly. The man of the Lord had fucking ailments, man. Paul, a thorn in his side that he couldn't even get rid of, man. Okay, so it's not uncommon for the men of the Lord to have diseases or to be sick or to catch hell or to feel like they're getting ready to drop dead. Okay, because every brother that I know in this truth has had an experience, a near-death experience. They feel like they was going to give up the scriptures, man. And these are some of the most upstanding men you can even think about, or some of the most upstanding men you can see. You know what I'm saying? And you'll look at them like, damn, you know, what's going on with them? Because the first thing when you catch in hell, people always want to say, oh, because you fucked up. You a fuck up. You wicked. It ain't always the case, man. But it is manifold because, you know, the Lord does it for our strength. He does it to increase us. And at the same time, we are suffering from things we've done, whether it be the past life, and we're paying for it. But the ultimate thing between us and the men of the world is the fact that your afflictions kill you. Ours makes us stronger and continue to endure. Because the scriptures say that the Lord chastened those who he loved, and he dealeth with those like sons. You know, so when you see a brother getting fucked up, I mean, yeah, he could have had an off moment somewhere in the spirit. The Lord's probably getting back at him. But ultimately, that ain't got to be the case. Oh, he's wicked. No. Just because a brother have an off moment doesn't mean he's wicked. You see what I'm saying? We all have off moments. We all done shit that wasn't probable. You people just want us to be evil and wicked because the way you feel about us. Oh, well, God is fucking you up because the way I feel about you. Nah, it ain't got nothing to do with your black ass, man. If anything, you are an offense just being around, period. You know? But we all got our share of hell. All right? And it says, but he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. He said, what? Shall we receive good at the hand of Yahweh and we should not receive evil? So that's that balance, and he understood that. Though he didn't like it, no, it wasn't fun. But the Lord fucked Job up, man, for a period of time, but he restored him like he does us all. And it says, and in all this did not Job sin with his lips because he understood it. Now, one time he said, you know what, fuck you, God, Yahweh. No, he didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? And brothers don't be in that spirit when you getting jacked up. Yeah, you may get a little aggravated with the Most High, but, you know, you humble your ass down and you come correct, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, you going through hell. You ask the Lord, why you put this affliction on me? But then again, you start to think like, well, you know, shit is just. It ain't done unrighteously. I'll put it to you that way. I don't give a damn how highly you think of yourself. You see? And sometimes it's just lifestyle factors. If you abuse yourself too much, that's your consequences. It could be something as you drink too goddamn much. And it's a moderation thing. You drink too much, and then before you know it, you have all types of inflammation. Your fucking liver don't work anymore. That's a self-inflicted wound. And the Lord like, yeah, that's what your dumb ass get. Now you come cry to me and get the remedy and get your black ass up and go back out there. But it ain't fun. You know? There's a lot of shit that we do, honestly, is self-inflicted. Through ignorance, sometimes through overly indulging, and sometimes it's through recklessness, man. I mean, shit, we're men too, you know. Brothers do reckless shit. I mean, I've witnessed it. I've done reckless shit. You know what I'm saying? We've all I see it. You know, I have the spirit enough to discern. So I can look at certain men in the truth, and I can kind of know, like, okay, well, I can see this is going on. The Lord just gave me a powerful spirit of discernment. Like I could kind of know when shit is off with people, you know. So I don't speak on a lot of times because I don't want to be presumptuous and say, oh, well, I know. Nah, you don't do that. You just wait for the spirit to reveal it. But it coincides with the spirit, and then you feel that other brothers were feeling the same way too. Oh, see, that's the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of see it like, okay, well, this brother probably had this and this and this and that going on, and this is the result of it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a spirit of discernment, and you have to have that being in this truth. And I'm glad that the Lord blessed me with that, you know, to be a somewhat decent judge of character. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's nothing to brag about, but it just, you can kind of see things through the spirit, you know. But regardless of that, you know, it's deeper than that. But it says, and all this Job did not sin with his lips. But now when Job's 3 friends heard of all this evil that was to come upon him, they came everyone from his own place. Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite. And they had made an appointment together to come to mourn with him and to comfort him. And when they lifted up their eyes afar off and knew him not, they lifted up their voice and wept. Basically, they cried like, damn, like what the hell happened, man? Like you out of everybody? And then it gets to the point that it's getting questioned, like, well, what did you do? Did you commit adultery? Did you steal from a brother? Did you offend a brother? Did you curse the Lord? And sometimes it's none of those things, you know, but you don't know what you did in your past life either. Okay, you could have been a total degenerate before the Lord decided to wake you up, you know. So, hey, our hell is tailor-made to us, you know, and then, you know, sometimes you do shit that you shouldn't be doing. You know you shouldn't be doing that. So why you gonna do it, Jake? You know what I'm saying? Why do it? Why afflict thyself on their own counsel? You know? I just been in the mindset of chilling. Like, look, I'm just chill, bro. I ain't trying to move too much. I ain't trying to move too little, but I'm just chilling. Like, I ain't trying to be on all that. You know, just trying to stay out the way because, you know, you feel the spirit's trying to find you and weed you out, man. Like right now, you just know in the spirit that you being talked about or that some demons are conjuring up some type of conspiracy against you. You can feel it coming, man. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much you out the way, you just know, like, yeah, I know some bullshit finna come in any day now. You know, but that's just part of the truth. But it says, and when they lifted up their eyes afar off and knew him not, they lifted up their voice and wept. And they rent everyone his mantle and sprinkled dust upon their heads towards heaven. So they sat down with him upon the ground 7 days and 7 nights, and none spake a word to him, for they saw that his grief was very, very great, man. Okay, he said his grief. He was in agony. He was in pain, confused, like, man. He's like, what the fuck? You know? Pain, mental and physical sorrow, bro, you know. And that was just Job's situation. You have several accounts in the scriptures that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man, is dealing with men in his own way. Because, I mean, look at Jonah's situation. It says Jonah's disobedience. So his hell was tailor-made into that well, swallowing his ass up and taking him back to Nineveh to prophesy. That was Jonah's hell because he basically said, I'm not finna serve the Lord. The Lord called him. He said, fuck that. And in many ways, you know, that was the flesh. And you can see why he ran if you're looking at it from a carnal perspective. Because let's be honest with you. Who wants to deal with niggas? You know, who wants to deal with Jake? Nobody wants to deal with these Jakes, man. Okay, I don't even want to be around Jake, let alone deal with him. So it's just like, he's like, hell nah, man. You know? So that was the Lord's way of getting Jonah, man. Okay, so let's just start here in the middle. This is the book of Jonah 1, and I'm going to start at verses 11. It says, and they said unto him, what should we do unto thee? Matter of fact, let's start at verses 10. It says, then the men were exceedingly afraid and said unto him, why hast thou done this? For the men knew that he fled from the presence of Yahweh, because he had told them. Then they said unto him, what should we do unto thee, that the sea may be common to us? For the sea wrought and was tempestuous. So the Lord was going to dead the whole ship. They ain't throw him over just to get Jonah. Call it collateral damage, right? Esau was good at that. But it says, and he said it to them, take me up and cast me forth into the sea. So should the sea be common to you. For I know that for my sake this great tempest is upon you. Nevertheless, and you know, he showed responsibility, man. He like, man, this ain't even got nothing to do with y'all. Nevertheless, the men rowed hard to bring it to land, but they could not. So they even tried to reason with him and say, look, let's find land. Let's get you off the boat that way. The Lord didn't want that. The Lord wanted him to go over the ship. You know what I'm saying? It says, but they cannot, for the sea rolled and was tempestuous against them, tumultuous against them. Wherefore they cried unto Yahweh and said, we beseech thee, O Lord, we beseech thee, let us not perish for this man's life, and lay not upon us innocent blood. For thou, O Yahweh, hast done it as it pleased thee. So they took up Jonah and cast him forth into the sea, and the sea ceased from raging. And that wasn't their first option. They didn't want to do that because, I mean, you throw a man out in the middle of the ocean, it's very unlikely he's going to survive that. You see what I'm saying? But the Lord was still with Jonah, though, period. Lord was with him. Like, he wasn't going to let him die, but shake him up a little bit. And it says, and the sea ceased from raging. Then the men feared Yahweh exceedingly and offered a sacrifice unto the Lord and made vows. Now Yahweh had prepared a great fish to swallow up Jonah, and was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights, man. Then Jonah prayed unto Yahweh's power out of the belly of the fish, and said, I have cried by reason of my affliction unto Yahweh, and he heard me, and out of the belly of hell cried I, and thou hardenest my voice. For thou hast cast me into the deep, and in the midst of the seas, and the floods compassed me about, and all thy billows and all thy waves passed over me. Okay, so that's the point. You know what I'm saying? He was in hell, literally. Okay, seaweeds, and you know, whales, man, they taking a lot of intake of water and they spit it out. And whatever manner of fish they eat, he was in there with all that shit. You know, that's why it says the water compassed me about, even to the soul. The depths closed me round about. The weeds were wrapped around my head. So the point about it is he was in that shit just wrapped up. He was entangled. He was trapped, man. But that was his special type of hell. That was specifically allotted to Jonah because Jonah disobeyed the Most High, man. You see what I'm saying? Because he knew what it was. He's like, look, man, I ain't ready for this. But that's how the Lord operates, man. You know, and you got to imagine Yahweh Shemel Shai, he probably in the heavens is laughing like, man, he's like, I created a hell of a movie. You know, he got to be in the heavens just shaking his head and laughing at what he's created. You know, because the scriptures say that the Most High charges the angels with folly. So just imagine like us, like, you know, and the Lord just looking at him, shaking his head like, I created a hell of a group of people, man. You know, we just laughing like, the Lord already knew he was going to deliver him anyway. But Jonah's mind, like, I'm finna die in this motherfucker, man. I bet I've been drowning before I'm in the belly of a damn fish, man. That's just unpredictable. You'd rather be lost in the sea before a goddamn whale come and swallow you up, man. You know, but luckily, you know, whales, they don't really tend negatively to humans, so you know, he got a sense of it and spat his ass back out, you know. But that's the point. All right, you brothers can read 2nd Ezra 7 chapter 2, man, about the straight gates. James 5 and 10. I'm gonna end it on this. I didn't want to be too long-winded, but take my brethren, the prophets who have spoken in the name of Yahweh, for an example of suffering and affliction of patience. So this is a job of a prophet to suffer. Okay, as shitty as it sounds, it sucks, but we're suffering, man. You know, we're not whole, we're not complete here. This is the land of our captivity, and we have the nation of Israel we have to go out and speak to, which really wants our blood, man. Okay, and the time's coming, these jakes, man, they gonna get real violent, man. You know, so it's best to just stay out the way when you can. You know, don't give Jake a reason, because niggas are just, they on edge. Like I said, I was at the gym, the community center yesterday, and it was 3 gremlins in there. Like, niggas don't want to do nothing but work out just to cause trouble. You know, and I had to scratch my head. I'm like, and I looked at it, and I try to stay away from dreadhead niggas because it's a certain spirit they come with. You know, I forgot the god that they tap into, but it's like a Hindu god, is a Elamite god or something, like Thug or Shiva, some shit, some effeminate bitch-made spirit that these niggas with dreads and tattoos, they tap into that left-hand effeminate energy. And this is the reason why when you go on crime.com or you look up crimes in major city, I guarantee you 80% of them niggas are dreadheads, man. And they just straight demons, you see? So it's best to avoid them at all costs, you know, because when the time comes, the Lord is going to allow us to clean them niggas right up, bro. And we going straight for Jake. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts, bro. I can't wait to get my hands on one of them niggas, man, and really put him in that grip of the Lord, bro, if the Lord chooses me to do so. I'm with that. But anyway, it says, behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard the patience of Job and have seen the end of Yahushua. And the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy, man, okay? But above all things, my brethren, swear not neither by heaven, neither by earth, neither by any other oath. But let your yea be yea and your nay be nay, lest you fall into condemnation. This is why you don't fuck with Esau's court systems, man, because you swear on the Bible and say you didn't do this and that. They'll condemn you. You know what I'm saying? When in fact they're hypocrites because they're swearing and telling you to swear, but yet they're completely running a kangaroo court around you, man. All right, but anyway, neither here nor there, but giving our praises and glory and honor as due to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And with that, shalom and above all, shalom.